In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and manage new customers. There are two ways we can do this. Firstly, at the top of the page, there is a drop-down box with a quick link to create a new customer. The second way is to click on the customer module on the left-hand side, and there's a create button at the top of the page. Once you click this button, all you need to do is enter the name of your customer. It will automatically create a customer code for you, but you can override this if you wish. Once you've entered these details, just click the Create Customer button. Once you click the Create Customer button, go to the Contact Details tab. Once in here, you can start entering the customer's information. You can start to create quotes and invoices without this information, but if you do, then their address details will be automatically displayed on invoices. So I'm just going to enter some more information onto here. You can continue to enter all of their contact details. And that's the information that will come through onto the invoice. You can put in all of their phone numbers and email addresses, so whenever you need to contact them, you can refer to this within the software. If you enter their email address, you will be able to send them emails directly from the system. You can see there are now hyperlinks to send an email and also to find their address and open it up within Google Maps. Once you've entered that information, just hit update and that data will be saved. If we move across the tabs at the top of the page and go to the Options tab, you'll see there's various things we can choose. We can choose our default email template if we've got customized emails that we send to the client. We can set up a default purchase order number to appear on their invoices. We can choose where that customer came from. If you want to choose, if you have marketing activity and want to select where the customer came from, i.e. a website or a referral, you can create those and select those from the source drop-down box. You can then choose their payment terms you've agreed with the customer. By default, it's set at 28 days. I can go and change that to whatever I wish. I'm going to change that to 7 days. You can also choose if the customer is based outside the UK, you can enter their VAT number and that will appear on the invoices. And then you can tick the relevant box if they're registered in another EC state or if they're based outside of the EC. Down at the bottom, we can choose their default sales code. So we can see here I have sales of goods is the only one I've got. So that's going to be my default. And also the invoice template that I want to use and the quote template can be set up from here as well. If you create and manage discounts for your clients, so you want to apply discounts and track that, you can do that just by entering a percentage, and that will automatically be assigned every time you create a quote or a sales invoice for this particular customer. And you can choose to show that on the invoice itself. Alternatively, you could just override the price on an invoice and discount it to whatever you wish to. You also have the option to set up any additional fields you want for your customers, so you may want to record more information and you can set that up here. Once I've saved that information, you can see we have various text fields and checkboxes. So let's say you wanted to know their birthday, you can enter that information in here. You might also want to choose if they're a key client, for instance, we can set that up, and maybe their favourite football team can be set up from here as well. Once you've saved these settings, that will now appear in the Other Information tab at the top of the screen. So if we tab across to Other Info, we can now see we can type in their birthday. Favourite football team. And if they're a key client or not. And all of that information will be stored into the system and I can update that. So whenever I call up the client, if I never need to know anything about them, I can just come into here and I've got their birthday, favourite football team, I can just start having a conversation about that if I wish to. If you go out to the next tab, you'll see that we can track all of their invoices and quotes. So when we start creating transactions for this customer, they will all appear in here. You can see when they were first, last invoiced, total invoiced, how much they owe you, anything that's overdue, and also the average length that they take to pay you. If you do support contracts, for instance, or make recurring invoices for this particular customer, they will all appear in here as well. And also, if there are any payments on accounts, they will all be listed on here as well. The next tab will allow you to print envelopes if you need to send anything directly to the customer. At the top of the page, there are some quick links to create quotes, create invoices. We can download their purchase history and also generate statements for the customers as well, which can be emailed and printed out directly from the software. When in the statements module, you can just select a date range you want, and then you can just print those off if you wish to. You can make any changes to any of the information on this page just by clicking into it, making the change, and just hitting the Save button and the Update button at the bottom of the page. Once you've set up a customer record, that will be stored in the Customer module on the left-hand side of the screen. So if we click into Customers, we can now see John Smith has been recorded. On the right hand side, you'll be able to track how much business they've done with you and also any outstanding balances that they have on their account. That's how easy it is to create and manage customers within the software, and if you have any other questions on setting up and managing customers, please contact us on info@perfectoaccounts.co.uk.